What's happening? I'm Matty from Good Biker. Here at Good Biker we have loads of different shapes and sizes of boxes, and now I'm going to show you how to build a bike from one of our small boxes. To build this here bike, what you're going to need is a set of cutters, or you can use a knife if you don't have a set of side cutters or anything like that. You also need a 4mm Allen key and a torque wrench and a 4mm socket if you have one, but Allen key could do the job. Next thing you're going to do is start unpacking your bike. It's better to start off on the non-drive side, it's your left side, and start taking off the cable ties that hold your wheel in place, like so. Is take off the faceplate of your stem using your 4mm Allen key. Talked about earlier. Always remember lefty loosey, righty tighty. Take out the bolts one by one. There we are, your faceplate, your stem. You guys just stick the bolts back in the holes they came out of. There you are, there's your faceplate, your stem. Next thing, grab your handlebars, try and get them as centered as you can, and slide that over the top. Grab your 4mm. Start tightening them up again, but not all the way just yet. Just so you get them in the right thread, make sure you get them in the right thread and they're going in easy. If they're not going in easy, then you've got them in the wrong thread, so take them out and just try again, and just be gentle with them. And that's them all still loose but in place, and get them all lined up. Make sure your wee logo's in the middle and everything looks even either side of it. Start tightening, and always tighten sides like opposites, so diagonal like bottom left, top right, and so on. Our torque wrench, set it up to 5 Nm. I'll say on your stem here, you'll see it says 5 Nm. And around there somewhere. And same as before, just torque them up diagonally. Always give it a couple of extra turns just to make sure it's torqued up. Now you have your handlebars fitted in place. Next thing to do is straighten up your stem. Try and get it as close as you can to the middle. First of all, you're going to want to tighten up this head cap here. This one's already tight. And then next, you tighten up your stem onto your steer tube. And these will generally be about 6 Nm. Alright, back to the torque wrench. Now we're set up. 6 Nm. There, handlebars set up. The box what you'll find there is all your user manuals and all that carry on. Set of pedals, and there's your quick release gear for your front wheel. You also have your reflectors and a wee bell in there if you want it. Your wheel and your quick release gear, look in the side of the side wall of your tyre, and it'll generally tell you rotation. You can see it there. You want this here pointing forwards. And I generally keep the lever side of your quick release to the non-drive side of your bike. The drive side of your bike is obviously the side with your cassette, your grip set and all that on. That's where you're doing all your motion. Now, take off the spring and your cap. Make sure you have one spring left on the other side. Slide it through the axle and put your spring on the thin bit into the middle. Well, the thin bit in first and the wide bit out at the end. And tighten her on a couple of threads. Just stick in your front wheel and gently lift up your bike and set it on the quick release down the axle there. And tighten up your wee nut the other side. Get her centered. And close your lever on the far side. And there you are, front wheel on. Next thing to do is put your seat post in. Make sure there's no grime or dirt on this here. Get your 5mm and slide it down in. Shouldn't take too much persuasion. Or make sure she's straight and dead in line with the rest of your frame. And just nip that up so it's tight and stays in position. There you are. And back to your torque wrench. Set it at 5 Newton meters. There you are. Stick on your 5mm. There you are. It's your seat post. Seat set. Next thing you want to do, set up your V-brakes. You grab your 2 poles here, and this is your brake bridge. So pull your cable back, slide up your brake bridge, let go. Simple as that. Slide over the wee rubber cover. And there you are. Ready to go. Next thing you want to do is set up your brake pads. What I usually do is, what I find easiest, you just loosen off this here nut with your 5mm Allen key, just so it's nice and loose. Line it up in line with your rim, but make sure it isn't touching the tyre and it's only in contact with the rim. Then what you want to do is pull in your right hand lever, which is your front brake. Pull it in so it's nice and tight against the rim and keep pressure on it. And then tighten this here bolt. And what that'll do is that keeps it in position, that keeps it where you want to keep it. And then you can tighten up this bolt and then it'll always stay in the same position. And do the same on the other side. Loosen off your bolt. Line her up. Same again, grab your lever, nip up your bolt. And there we are. Next thing to do, give her a wee check, give her a spin, pull her in plate. That's you, sweet as, ready to go. Thing to do is set up your pedals. Some pedals are different, some pedals it'll say on the flat of the pedal, but these ones says on the end of the axle there, it says right. So right side's always your drive side. So always make sure there's nothing in the threads. Give her a wee tighten on. A couple of threads, make sure she's going on easy enough. And then back pedal it. And that'll simultaneously tighten her up. Then you grab your 15mm spanner and just torque her up. Right pedal on. Pedal, and this tightens on oppositely. So it tightens on by turning it left, opposed to turning it right for your right hand pedal. And then once again, just back pedal it till it goes in far enough. Also, don't nip your fingers in the pedal. There you are. Pedals gone.